Hello friends, I am Dr. Suresh Pandey. Today I am going to show you a case of lens-induced glaucoma. The patient, 75-year-old female, presented to us with sudden increase in the intraocular pressure since last 2 days. The axial length is 20 millimeter, and as you all know that it is very difficult to perform cataract surgery in such cases of lens-induced glaucoma who have shallow antechamber and a small axial length. So I am going to demonstrate you the technique of pars plana vitreous tape. You can do pars plana vitreous tape using the 25 gauge sutureless vitrectomy system, or simply you can use 1 cc syringe to remove 0.5 cc of vitreous, and that will make your life very easy while doing phacoemulsification. First you use proparacaine eye drop. You can use drop also, but I am doing topical anesthesia. And then I just use caliper 3.5 millimeter, and this is 1 cc syringe. With 26 gauge needle. This is, you can see the vitreous, 0.2 cc vitreous we have removed, and this pars plana vitreous tape will make our life much easier. Now I am going to start the surgery. First, side port incision. Incision, you can see I am just making side port incision. And this, I'm just going to inject the lignocaine. Then this, I'm just going to inject Eradobal. Anti-capsule staining, and I am going to inject viscoelastic solution. Viscoat is very important to coat the endothelium because it has chondroitin sulfate. This is another side port incision. And now we are going to create a main incision. Notice that antechamber became deep after pars plana vitreous tape. I am doing capsular axis, which is approximately 5 to 5.5 millimeter in size. This is followed by phacoemulsification. Initially, I am going to use sharp chopper. Notice that cataract is dense. So this is the dense cataract. I am going to use sharp choppers. Notice the vertical chop. Friend, this is 20 millimeter axial length, small eye, a case of lens-induced glaucoma, and after we performed the pars plana vitreous flare, the chamber became deep and the case is going on well. We have also given the intravenous injection of mannitol, but sometime even after giving mannitol, the positive intralenticule pressure is there, and pars plana vitreous flare is very important technique to minimize the positive intralenticule pressure. It's very important to coat the endothelium in between. So I am going to use viscoat to coat the endothelium, and now I am going to use blunt chopper to complete the phacoemulsification. I have already chopped the nucleus in multiple pieces, and now I am going to emulsify these nuclear fragments, and then after emulsification of these nuclear fragments we are going to implant the lens into the capsular bag. So these are the multiple nuclear fragments you can see, and the chamber is very deep after pars plana vitreous flare, and this case is a case of lens-induced glaucoma, chevron-ray chamber, small eye, and the power which we are going to implant is 30 diopter intraocular lens. Free of intraocular pressure was 60 mm mercury. This is the last piece which I am going to do. Remove the cataract, and now I am going to implant the lens. We are going to implant 30 diopter lens. See, 30 diopter hydrophobic lens implantation in the capsular bag. So this is intraocular lens, 30 diopter hydrophobic lens, which we are going to put in the cartridge. So this is implantation of the IOL into the capsular bag. When you implant the high power lens, always be careful. You may feel some pressure while injecting the cartridge. The lens is in the capsular bag, and now I am going to remove the viscoelastic and whatever the cortex is there. In such cases, it's preferable to give a small amount of block because these are painful eyes. I am doing this case under topical anesthesia, but it's better to give some amount of block because these are inflamed eye and we patients often feel pain while doing phacoemulsification. And it's very important to go behind the lens and make sure that you remove all the viscoelastic. So viscoelastic is being removed from the capsular bag. Periodical retinal examination is very important whenever you do pars plana vitreous flare. This case will be seen by a retinal surgeon to ensure there is no retinal hole or any retinal pathology. Before doing surgery also it's very important to do the ultrasound B scan to make sure that there is no retinal pathology. Specular endothelial cell count is very important to make sure that the endothelial cell count is normal, and after that we are going to do the stromal hydration. She has some tendency of floppy iris syndrome. Iris is want to come out in the incision, so I just use pilocarpine to achieve pupillary myosis, and I am doing hydration, stromal hydration, and side port incision and stromal hydration of the main incision. And once hydration is done, then I am going to inject the intracameral triamcinolone. Intracameral triamcinolone is very important in such cases to minimize the inflammation, and this is followed by injection of intracameral moxifloxacin. So once the triamcinolone and moxifloxacin is injected, I am just going to put the betadine, make sure there is no leakage, and then I just put 1 drop of viscoelastic on the cornea, and the case is finished. So friends, this was a case of lens-induced glaucoma, shallow entry chamber with a small eye, 20 mm axial length, pre-op IOP was 60 mm mercury. In such cases, pre-op mannitol is very important. We have given pre-operative intravenous mannitol injection, and pars plana vitreous tape 0.2 cc or 0.1 cc is very helpful to ensure the intraoperative entry chamber is deep and to minimize any post-operative complication. One should be careful while doing pars plana vitreous tape and always examine the retina post-operatively to ensure there is no retinal pathology. Thank you once again, Dr. Suresh Pandey, Surya Hospital, Kota.